Namaste. This is part 8 of the story of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. When the news of Surat's loot by Shivaji Raje reached Moinuddin Aurangzeb, he was so angry that he decided to send his most brave chieftain Jaisingh, Mirza Raje Jaisingh, to crush Shivaji Raje. Who was Jaisingh? Jaisingh was the king of Amer in Rajasthan. His family was in one way love with Mughals. They married their daughters into Mughal harem, but Mughal Muslims never married their daughters into Jaisingh's family. Therefore, I said one way love. Jaisingh liked to do rituals of Hindu Dharma, but never understood what true Hindu Dharma was. He was brave, but his bravery was never a tool for liberating Hindu Bharat. He took side of terrorist Moinuddin Aurangzeb when he was fighting with his elder brother Dara Shikoh. Actually, Jaisingh should have taken side of Dara Shikoh, who was less dangerous enemy of Hindu Dharma, or he should have fought against both of them. But Jaisingh never understood the true spirit of Kshatriya. Aurangzeb was confident of Jaisingh's bravery and strategic skills, but never believed Hindu chieftains like him completely. Aurangzeb used to send a Pathan or Turk chieftain along with Hindu people on mission. He sent Diler Khan along with Mirza Raje Jaisingh. They reached Pune. Jaisingh was fond of Hindu rituals. He wanted to please the deities Shiva and Durga for defeating Shivaji Raje and eliminating Hindavi Swaraj. He carried out Chandi Yag for Durga Devi and Koti Lingarchan for God Shiva. How strange this was! He was trying to please Hindu gods and to finish the only kingdom where temples of Hindu gods were safe. Mirza Raje Jaisingh decided to attack and capture fort of Purandar first. This was a strategic location connecting Hindavi Swaraj and Adil Shahi Sultanate. He sent Diler Khan to put siege around the fort and himself put his camp at village Saswad. The siege was tight, but still Mawle soldiers sometimes breached the siege and supplied weapons into the fort. To attack the fort Purandar, first they attacked and captured another joint fort of Rudramal and installed their big cannons there. They also made a huge and high tower called Dhamdama against the fortification wall and put some cannons there. Overall planning of Jaisingh and Diler Khan was excellent. They were having vast experience of battles which they were employing at Purandar. Shivaji Raje made multiple efforts to make a temporary compromise with Jaisingh. He knew that Jaisingh was a brave Rajput and devotee of God Shiva. Hence, he tried to persuade Jaisingh to join hands together and create a bigger Hindu kingdom. But Jaisingh could never understand Shivaraje's motive, or he did not have the courage to go against Moinuddin Aurangzeb. He asked for complete surrender towards Moinuddin Aurangzeb. Shivaji Raje understood that if he did not surrender the Hindavi Swaraj, which he had created with lot of efforts, and many patriots had laid their life for its creation would be devastated. Shivaji Raje was an excellent decision maker and did not waste much time in decision making. He accepted to surrender, but before surrendering, he would have to visit the camp of Mughals. How could he enter the camp? What was the guarantee of his safety? Jai Singh took oath of the Shivalinga, that is deity Shiva. He took guarantee of Shivaji Raje's life by holding leaves of bilva and basin in his hand. This was most trusted oath by a Hindu king. So Shivaji Raje agreed to visit his camp. In the visit, he tried to impress and explain his concept of Hindu kingdom to Jai Singh in person, but he did not get any success. Shivaji Raje agreed to hand over 23 forts and to pay yearly tax of rupees 4 lakh. This was first defeat of Shivaji Maharaj. He had studied the life of Sri Krishna, who had retreated when situation was not good for him. So Shivaji Raje was aware that a retreat is not the end of game. When this agreement was being inked, Diler Khan was trying his best to capture Fort Purandar. It had become a point of prestige for him, but finally he could not win Purandar. When agreement was done, Purandar was handed over. A total of 23 forts were handed over to Jai Singh. Jai Singh insisted on sending Shivaji Raje to Agra to meet Muinuddin Aurangzeb. He sent many letters to Aurangzeb in this regard and obtained an invitation. He assured Shivaji Raje that he was himself guarantee of Shivaji Raje's safety during the travel and during the stay in Agra. Shivaji Raje decided to go along with Sambhaji Raje, his son. He was having a small troop of 300 people with him. A beautiful elephant carrying saffron flag was always walking at front. Shivaji Raje was himself sitting in a palanquin and Sambhaji Raje in another palanquin. He was an honorable guest of Muinuddin Aurangzeb. Hence, every Thanedar and Subedar, that is, commandant of various posts on the route, would welcome him and treat him with state honor. The movement was slow as compared to his normal campaigns. He was very sad to see that the land which was blessed by Sri Ram and Krishna in one time was now reeling under Islamic atrocities. He reached Agra a day before Aurangzeb's birthday, but he was experiencing insult as soon as he reached Agra. Jai Singh's son Ram Singh was expected to welcome him, but Ram Singh sent a clerk, Giridhari Lal. He expected to stay in a palace suitable for his stature, but he was kept in a small sarai, that is, guest house. In the morning, Ram Singh was again absent to welcome him. Again, same clerk Giridhari Lal appeared and told him that Ram Singh was guarding Aurangzeb's palace. That was the duty given to him on that day. He requested Shivaji Raje to come with him. There was huge crowd on the roads, and Shivaji Raje's consignment was lost in the traffic jam of horses, elephants, palanquins. He could not attend the first gathering of common people. Then he missed the second one of special people. Now there was the third gathering of top officers of Mughal Empire, in which Shivaji Raje reached. Aurangzeb was sitting at some height. Shivaji Raje and Sambhaji Raje went in front of him and saluted him. But Aurangzeb did not respond with any word or not even with a smile. Shivaji Raje handed over the gifts to the middleman and he was guided to his designated place. Shivaji Raje was asked to stand in a row far behind. He was very much angry to see that many Mughal chieftains whom he had defeated in war were standing in positions better than him. Shivaji Raje was expecting for better treatment and thought that he was being insulted deliberately. He could not digest these insults and decided to come out of the hall. Ram Singh tried to bring him back but with no effect. Finally, he went to his guest house. Aurangzeb and his courtiers could not digest this self-respect of a Hindu king. They were working with many Hindu kings who were mentally defeated and lost their pride, but for the first time they had seen such a proud Hindu. Aurangzeb asked Ram Singh to bring Shivaji Raje in front of him, but Shivaji Raje refused. Aurangzeb ordered house arrest for Shivaji Raje and Sambhaji Raje. Shivaji Raje requested him to allow to return to Rajgarh, but the request was refused. Then he requested that he wanted to relinquish politics and go to Kashi, but this request was also rejected. Then he pretended to be sick and asked permission to distribute fruits and sweets to Hindu and Muslim holy men. This was granted. Big boxes were being carried into Shivaji Raje's house every day. He would touch the boxes and send them out again. The boxes would be checked at the check post, then they will go out and would be distributed in the city every day. Shivaji Raje asked permission to send back all his men, barring 4 servants, to Maharashtra, and also all his ornaments and precious things to Maharashtra. Permission was granted. Aurangzeb was preparing a big house as lifetime prison for Shivaji Raje. He wanted to kill Shivaji Raje, but as Jaisingh had given guarantee of his life, Moinuddin Aurangzeb could not do this openly. He could not do this openly. He wanted to kill Shivaji Raje secretly. Building of new prison was a signal, and Shivaji Raje sensed the urgency to escape. One day, he himself and Sambhaji Raje hid themselves into the sweet boxes and escaped. 2 of his men went out to bring some medicines, and remaining 2 escaped, pretending to be searching for the 2 people who had gone out to bring medicine. Thus, the house became empty in the evening, but the guards came to know about this only in the next morning. They started search, sealed all gates of Agra city, but they could not find Shivaji Raje and Sambhaji Raje. Meanwhile, Shivaji Raje travelled into opposite direction towards Mathura and kept Sambhaji Raje safely at a trusted Brahmin's residence. He himself travelled through the Mughal commanded region without getting recognized and reached Rajgarh safely. After a few days, Sambhajiraje also reached Rajgarh safely. This was the only example of a person escaping from the clutch of Muinuddin Aurangzeb safely. This proves the ability of Shivaji Raje. It is also important that barring Raghunath Pant Korde and Dabir, all others had escaped from Agra safely. For Shivaji Raje, every life was important and he took most care of his each soldier and officer. Korde and Dabir faced extreme atrocities with the soldiers of Aurangzeb, but afterwards they came back to Rajgarh safely. After reaching home, Shivaji Raje sent a letter to Aurangzeb stating that he wanted peace between them, and strangely, Aurangzeb also accepted the same. This was possible only because at that time Aurangzeb was facing revolt in the Afghan area and did not want trouble on the other side, that is in Maharashtra. Shivaji Raje used this period for establishing his systems and waited for opportunity to break the treaty. He met Hindu saints in Maharashtra frequently. He received blessings and guidance from Sant Tukaram Maharaj in Dehu. He received spiritual knowledge from Sant Ramdas. He requested Sant Ramdas to live on one of his forts named Parali. Due to Sant Ramdas' stay, the fort was renamed Sajjangarh. The respect given by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to Sant Ramdas was followed by Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj and all the upcoming rulers in their dynasty. Shivaji Raje also revered Mauni Maharaj from Gargoti near Pandhala Fort near Kolhapur. So here ends the part 8 of this story. If you want to read this complete story, call me at 770-901-3232 and you can buy the book. If you want more and more children to hear this story on YouTube, then share this video to others. Thank you. छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की जय. धर्मवीर छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज की जय.